Hey folks, yep, another drive time with Pegasus. You'll have to kind of deal with the sun. It's reflecting in off of my mirror because of the angle I'm at on the freeway right now. There we go. Well, yeah, I guess as my blogs move along, I'm kind of led from one topic to another topic to another topic. You know how that goes. I was thinking this morning of a real good topic for this evening, and I think it's something that many of us have dealt with or had to deal with in the past, and that's social repression. Well, social repression is not necessarily discrimination or abuse, but social repression is basically the ignoring, if you will, of a sect of people. Like, for example, take, and I'll use pagan because, well, I am pagan. Many people socially repress the old religions, what is known today as alternative religions, when in reality the pagan philosophy and the pagan religion carry some of the oldest denominations and religions known to man. But yet we're called New Age or alternative religions. But that aside, many of us have had to deal with social repression in one way or the other. This is where society represses, ignores any religion, lifestyle, or sect of people that doesn't fit what society feels should be, quote, normal, unquote. So I see repression as anybody or anything that holds, ignores, or forces into a particular cubicle a sect or type of
There's
people.
There's a message for you.
And what this comes down to,
There's a message for you.
what this comes down to is, if you're different, or if you have been ignored or your wishes ignored. Like, for example, some jobs, if you say, hey, next month, December 21st is Yule, and I'd like to have that day off. And the boss just stands there and looks at you and turn around and walk off. My boss doesn't do that. My boss is like, hey, we'll check the schedule. We'll see if we can get you off that day. I know it's one of your special holidays. But in many companies, if you ask for Christmas off, they'll break their neck to try to get you Christmas off. But if you say, Yule is one of our high Sabbaths, I'd like to have that day off if possible, they'll look at you and turn around and walk off. That is social repression. They're not discriminating against you because they're not telling you no because you're pagan. They're just ignoring you. Or if you say, hey, I've got this, that, or the other thing going on, and you're talking to family, and you tell family, hey, I'm not going to be able to come visit this weekend because we're having a Sabbath circle. And the family just kind of ignores you and says, well, okay, that's good news. Well, we'll see you this weekend then. That's social repression. refusing to accept or acknowledge that you may be different, you may have a life, you may have something different than them. How do you deal with that? I mean, do you tell them, okay, look, I realize you may not respect who and what I am, but you do have to just deal with who and what I am, because I'm going to continue to be who I am regardless of what you think or say. Well, that's kind of reversed repression, because you're forcing another to accept something which they either don't understand, don't know about, or don't want to know about. So there's your variable. What's right and what's wrong? I mean, I can tell you the way I handle it. You know, I mean, I'm not going to jump up and down at a job and scream religious discrimination because I can't have a particular day off, most especially in the line of work I'm in. I mean, if there is blatant, outright discrimination, yeah, okay, I'll file it. But if it's just people being people, you know, what are you going to do? So you got to draw the line. You know, where do you draw the line between I'm sick and tired of social repression, I'm sick and tired of being held back, and I'm sick and tired of not being acknowledged or being accepted for who and what I am. Pagans go through it, gays and lesbians go through it. Anybody that is different outside of the norm. People that are polyamorous seriously go through it. So with that being said,
watch out. Vehicle stopped on shoulder ahead.
I say again, how do you deal with it? I don't know. I'm open for ideas. I mean, like I say, I know how I deal with it. I know how I handle it. But as we all know, the way I handle things does not always fit the way other people think it should be handled. There are some things I deal with in your face, so to speak. And there are some things I deal with very quiet and very mono-tempered. And I guess I make that decision on the fly. So, how do you handle social repression? How do you deal with it? I'll look forward to your replies. If you have any questions or comments, do put them in the area below. Feel free to share my videos at any time, and hey, shoot me ideas of things that you might want to hear about. Drop me an email or drop me a Facebook or whatever on things that you might want to discuss. We'll take a look at it, and not necessarily about right or wrong, but it's more about perception, ideologies, and philosophies. I'm all open for it. Hope you had a great day and even a more enjoyable evening.